Far in the north, the beginning, week 1. Far in the north, on the edge of the forest, mountain, and sea, rose New Babylon with a singular goal: self-sufficiency, founded by Lang and Edgar de Castillo. Is this accurate? Was it me and Edgar? We need this to be accurate. I don't think it was. Was it me and Edgar? We might need to change this. The community began with 12 members: Alfonso Sebastian, Sofia Torres, Rudio Skipper Jones, Bencio Delgado, Clark Mason, Hassan Bashari, El Queenie, Zeke Kassim, Paulie Ferrari, and Charlie Jones. Their earliest days were defined by survival. Having left all possessions behind and bringing forth nothing but clothes on their backs, the members of New Babylon sought out the basic necessities of life: food, water, and fire. This is a great start so far. Like, I feel immersed. It feels like I'm learning something. This is actually a great start. These new settlers wasted no time in their pursuit of independence. Before the first nightfall, a fire was built, trees chopped, animals hunted, and water purified. While many community members knew one another, those that shared unfamiliar faces bonded as they worked towards a shared goal. This is good. The first of many New Babylon meetings was filled with promise and purpose, outlining the same common goal they all had left their past behind to pursue. New Babylon would become an empire, a civilization, a legacy that could last longer after their years if they built the proper foundations. This is the first of many New Babylon meetings was filled with promise and purpose, outlining the same common goal. They had all left their past behind to pursue. New Babylon would become an empire, a civilization, a legacy that could last after years if they built the proper foundations. This is also solid. As days passed, distinct roles began to emerge amongst the group. Yaya tended to the food, Skipper and Benny engineered advancements, Clark mapped the surroundings, and Gigi tended to the wounded. The community began to progress and grow. With basic survival needs satiated, they turned to further advancements to improve the lives of those at the camp. Engineers worked tirelessly to create buggies as a mode of transportation. Despite multiple prototype malfunctions and numerous explosions resulting in a hair loss epidemic, the community found success in these innovations. This is actually so far very, very good. This feels like I'm actually learning. So far, I gave it like a 9 out of 10 low-key, chat. They were not alone in progress. Fellow Babylonians constructed a garden producing fruits, vegetables, and spices. A pier was built, jutting out into the Alamo. Is jutting a word? This is a word? Jutting out into the Alamo Sea. A medical shelter was set up, and empty trailers were renovated into stores and administration buildings. Word was beginning to spread of this new community. Cities always flocked to the north, eager to learn of New Babylon. Those that misunderstood called it a cult, but to some, the vision resonated deep inside, prompting to apply in hopes of joining the community. Okay, this is so far very solid. These victories did not come without hardships. Groups returned from scavenging missions with gunshot wounds. Materials were swept away by storms overnight, and engineers' fingers exploded while testing their handcrafted muskets. A small case of what some might call mass hysteria descended upon New Babylon when multiple community members reported sightings of birds freezing mid-flight, storms of sand, snow, and thunder, and fellow community members seemingly appearing and disappearing. This was later thought to be due to a hallucinogenic mushroom accidentally finding its way into the group's meal. Wait, this is actually so good, Chad. This is very good. This is creeping a 10 low key. Despite all the sense of resilience held steadfast in the knowledge that each step brought to the community. Wait, despite all of this, should be comma there. But what am I to judge grammar? A sense of resilience held steadfast in the knowledge that each step brought the community forwards into a brighter future. The range was utilized for more than just meetings. Elena serenaded the community with songs she wrote of Babylon, and Lang shared lessons for the masses through the tales of old Babylon. The first story he shared was of a brickmaker who built foundations of ancient Babylon. While this brickmaker assumed history would remember the kings and nobility, once Babylon falls. This is actually really good, Chad. This is solid. Years passed, because I like that she's touching upon the lessons we're trying to teach as well. This is actually very good. This story held as a reminder to the people of New Babylon that the legacy that we were building would not be survived by those who held power, by the laborers who helped build a foundation. This is a 10. This ending made us a 10. I don't know if it should just be me and Edgar credited though. I feel like the New Babylon idea started with Lang, Harry, and Luciano. Technically, or if you want to really get technical, it was Lang and Sab. Okay, this the only thing I would change is The founded by, I would put Sab instead of Edgar.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, though, this is actually a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
And I was going to be harsh as fuck as well. I was going to come in and fucking dismantle this entire thing, but it was very well written. It was very good.
Yes.
Just the big thing is, I mean, you're not doing it. You're already not doing it, but I'm just going to say it for the sake of saying it. Don't you're here to record history, not gossip and drama. Like, don't let it read like a diary. Yeah. Like when I read that, I actually felt like I was learning, which is great. That should be the vibe the whole time.
Okay, yay. Awesome.
Yeah, that's 10 out of 10. Yeah, that was great. The ending made it a 10 out of 10, touching on lessons that we're trying to teach while I'm learning. So I'm like double learning was great. That was great. It was good.
Yeah, I was gonna do the second story as well, but I think that'll be good for the next week to include it with whatever trial is going on.
Yeah, I mean, you call the shots. Just make sure always be willing to edit if you have to.
Yes.
Don't be too locked in. And obviously, like I said, just the biggest thing is I never want to read a book and it sound like gossip. And it's fine if like there's some dramatic shit happening, but I don't want to feel like I'm reading a diary. I actually want to learn. Like, I want to, when I read, imagine a random ass person coming across that book and reading it. You want them to learn more than,
like years and years in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 out of 10. Actually, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No complaints. That was great. Just change the Edgar shit to Sam.
I will.
I'm very surprised, chat. I was getting ready to fucking eviscerate that shit, but I'm surprised. There was no, like I said, the biggest thing about the history books, it has to feel like you're learning history. So very, very solid. Very solid. Now, like I said, there's some bits of the story. TJ was obviously sick or whatever the fuck happened. But I also think that's good though, that like some of the history is like kind of broken up and lost and forgotten. I think it makes the RP better.